Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, February 12th. We're looking at window traders, market profile of the ES and NQ. It's becoming a bit of a broken record. They gapped lower and then spent the entire day just short covering. We filled the gap in C. We attempted to go trend up 3 times in ES and NQ. We don't get any overnight. Now, ES, I'm not surprised. NQ, I was quite surprised, considering they got acceptance into value and they went and traveled just about to the opposite end of value from yesterday and got very close to yesterday's overnight. I was quite surprised we didn't get it. Righty gapped lower and held it. So righty holds their gap. However, in the bigger picture balance, they didn't take out this low. The overnight did, but they didn't. They end up righty with an afternoon pullback in J, and they're holding the gap. NQ ends with an afternoon pullback in G, and that's it. ES ends with an afternoon pullback in J, 9 wide, and a poor high in ES. Not in SPY, but in ES. They have a poor high. I had a good day. The market, again, what was accomplished today? Nothing really. ES did get close to the balance low on the daily, right? The fourth low, but it didn't get it. Okay, they missed it by 5 handles or so. So they held the balance low on the shorter, in the smaller balance, I should say. Right? The bigger balance is the third low and January 31st high. NQ didn't even come close to the fourth low. So the game continues to be played. And again, this is why I tell you the market makes the news and not the other way around. They have a knee-jerk reaction, yet we came back into yesterday's range. So unless they revise the CPI number, again, why did we come back? Because it's all BS. This market has, we were talking in the room late because it was quiet. You know, they're always talking about reasons. The Fed, earnings, CPI, tariffs, the war, you name it. And guess what? We're still in balance. If any of these things really mean anything, which they don't, then you'd see the market move. The market will move when it wants to move, not based on anything else. Earnings should be the thing that moves the market. Plain and simple. And they haven't. Okay? So don't use anything else other than earnings. Now, earnings move individual stocks and sectors, but they certainly haven't moved any of our indices out of this balance. Okay? I took a short early today in A period against the gap fill. And I got paid very nicely on it. Took a 3 lot, came off. I made about 33 points on it. So that was nice. But then the short game went out the window because things started changing. I took the long to get A's high. So that worked out. I only did it with a 2 lot. I missed the long to get B's high, just didn't time it right to get the IB high, but I had some nice ebb and flow longs in C because we were holding singles at that point. I got long in D period against halfback at the time and the 144, which paid me. So 3 longs, B, C, and D were long periods. I did take a short in G to stop the one-time framing up. It took out F's low. Got paid on that, not a lot. And then I actually took a couple small longs in J and L that I got paid on. Not a lot, 5 points, 7 points. Because I really thought, well, not in J period. J, I did it against the 144. But L, I made money on it, but I really thought we were going to get that overnight high. So I was quite surprised that we didn't. So none of us get an overnight high. As far as destinations go, 84.75 is today's poor high. 70 and a quarter is 9 wide. The afternoon pullback is 64 and a quarter, and today's low is 23.75. SPY, today's high, which is not poor, 604.55. 10 wide for SPY at 603.31. Afternoon pullback at 602.53, and today's low is 598.51. Now, let's go to the chart and show you how basically nothing's changed. Just going to show you the daily. Now, the volume so far today is almost 43 million. So we're not going to be in the top 10 lightest. But there's 9 million shares. I don't know where it came from. I'm going to use whatever it's showing. But there was no way the volume was like 22 million. I think it was like at the end of C period or something. So somewhere 9 million shares got in. But regardless, bottom line is this. It's still light volume. At least the range is good today. $6 ES, 7 in NQ. But nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing has changed in the smaller picture yet or in the bigger picture. You have PPI tomorrow. Some more stupidity will probably happen. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.